I've been collecting video games for a long time, and one of the fun things about building a collection is displaying it. Over the past 2 years, I've spent more time arranging my game room and accenting it with artwork than collecting games themselves. So when Grid reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review one of their frames, I gladly accepted. They sent this to me for purpose of review, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and they don't get to preview this video before it goes live. So thanks to Grid for sending this my way. I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to buy one for yourself. A little bit about Grid: they sell boutique frames of dismantled electronics, iPhones, Android phones, and game consoles, mostly handhelds at the moment, but they have been branching out with offering controllers. These electronics would otherwise be e-waste, and instead of winding up in a landfill, Grid puts them in an artful display that you can put up on your wall. The first thing that you'll notice about the Grid frames is the packaging. It's well wrapped with high stock wrapping paper with the Grid logo subtly across it. Then you have a ribbon glued with a wax seal and their logo pressed into it. If you were to get this as a gift from somebody, you'd be pretty impressed because it feels really premium. Opening it up, you're greeted with a frame and a film covering the glass. Well, it's not really glass, this one is plastic. The film didn't come off easily and I had to take the display apart to remove the excess film. It would have made sense to just remove the film at the factory and wrap it with gloves or something, or at least have the film peeled enough for it to not get snagged underneath the frame. The other critique is that the frame feels kinda cheap. It's not made out of wood, instead it's made out of MDF, which is really from a distance you're not gonna notice, but for the price I would have expected something a bit more premium, even if the extra weight would add to the shipping costs. I mean, you're already in over $200 for this thing, what's a couple extra dollars in shipping? Critique aside, the Grid Studio frame looks pretty good. I got the Game Boy DMG, so almost every piece of the Game Boy is on display in an exploded format with each part labeled. The only piece that's missing is the display, but it's there in spirit with the printed Tetris screen underneath the front Game Boy shell. I probably wouldn't have included the D-pad and AB button membranes, but some of these old electronics didn't have a lot of parts, surprisingly. You'll notice that there are some imperfections on the board, and that's to be expected as these are real, non-functioning pieces of electronics. I would be pretty annoyed if they were perfectly good Game Boys being sacrificed for my wall. The only thing that isn't original is the outer shell. The Game Boy is over 30 years old at this point, so I can imagine that a broken Game Boy isn't going to have the best conditioned shell. There are plenty available aftermarket shells, including the original DMG color. So I alluded to the price earlier, and well, these things aren't cheap. The older the hardware, the harder it becomes to source a unit suitable to make a frame out of it. And rarity of the console matters too. The Vita, which is also listed for sale, is significantly more expensive than the PlayStation Portable. The frame that I got, the Game Boy DMG, is listed for $269 plus tax and shipping. And it goes on sale every so often, but again, these things aren't particularly cheap, but I didn't pay for it. It was sent to me for purpose of review, and I don't really think that I would have bought this for myself, but I definitely would have loved to get this for Christmas or my birthday, and those really are the best gifts. Of course, there are no rules that say that you can't buy it for yourself, but the way that it's presented, wouldn't you just want to get this as a gift? I do suggest that if you are planning on getting this as a gift for somebody, you buy one early, as they do take some time to prep and ship. Mine took 4 weeks to get to me. So give yourself some lead time, because as it gets closer to Christmas, the likelihood that you'll get it before then gets lower and lower. So that's gonna do it for this video. It's a pretty quick one. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Grid. Do you plan on getting one for yourself, or will you be putting this on your Christmas list? If you like this video, give it a like and share it with those who might find it interesting. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. I mainly do videos about price trends in video games, but I sprinkle other gaming related content like this one over time. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Nintendo. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Super Nintendo, and I'll see you next time.